Hello everyone, and welcome to another brand new episode on my channel, Wonder Boho Book Club. Today I'll be discussing the book, The Rise, Creativity, The Gift of Failure, and the Search for Mastery, written by Sarah Lewis. Sarah Elizabeth Lewis is an Associate Professor of History and Art and Architecture and African American Studies at Harvard University. The gift of failure may seem like a curse at first, but when you look closely, it's just a doorway into new possibilities. In The Rise, Sarah concocts a cocktail of an investigation into a psychological mystery, an argument about creativity and art, and a soulful celebration of the determination and courage of the human spirit, and makes the case that some of the world's best success stories owe their existence to the lessons learned from failure. The book is a testimony to the creative endeavour that all humans possess. Each chapter in the book highlights the importance of often ignored ideas, such as how surrendering can help you overcome your fears, how playfulness and an open mind is necessary for innovation, how near wins can motivate you to reach where you need to be, and the value of age-old concepts like hard work and persistence. The book also shares narratives about personalities past and present, ranging from different walks of life, all championing the importance of failure and the need to embrace and internalize it. The Rise has a lot of interesting lessons for parents and teachers. It also provides insight into the process of innovation and creativity. Overall, it can help you gain a sense of direction in life and find your individual spark. Part 1. Mastery is all about embracing failure. The way people often talk about artists and athletes implies that they usually categorize creative people into either good or bad, successful or failure. Such terminology is flawed, as success relies on achieving mastery, with failure being needed to achieve it. Understanding why failure can be such an advantage starts with understanding mastery. Mastery is about endurance rather than perfectionism or success, which are related to how others perceive you. In other words, mastery is the relentless pursuit of a goal. It can be described as trying for something that can never be achieved. It's about seeking the impossible. There's no shame in taking a misstep or two. As long as you can keep your head up, you can always bounce back from a critical error. So don't ever say, I failed. Say, I learned something new, because it reflects the commitment and determination you have for adapting to new challenges. Part 2. The Gap. Failure is a myth, and success isn't always possible. But we can talk about what we have not achieved or what we don't think is possible without incorporating the word failure. The author prefaced using the term the gap instead. The gap refers to the difference between our ideas of what might be achievable and how successful we have actually been at reaching those goals. One way to close the gap is to actively create a safe haven, that is, a secure and supportive environment that can inspire you and encourage you to take risks. Be gentle with yourself and allow one of your barriers to be safety and security, because by encouraging risk-taking, you can expand the possibilities available. A safe space can be really valuable for letting your creative juices flow. But it also comes with limitations in that you might lose touch with reality if you keep hiding from things. Creating a safe haven is one thing, but it's not a good idea to completely isolate yourself from the pressures of the outside world. That's why it's important to find ways to incorporate criticism and pressure. Part 3. Near wins. All of us have experienced a time in our lives when we missed something important by a hair's breadth. It could be missing a flight to a travel destination or missing out on the last ticket to your favorite concert. Such situations could be really disappointing. But hey, you still need to get going, right? Make sure to count your blessings and take solace in the fact that each near win is a step closer to success. Psychologists have found that near wins can lead to an obsession with what might have happened, leading us to think about things for longer, which can then manifest in our behavior. The more frustrating the failure, the more it affects our behavior, motivating us to work harder and achieve our goal. But a close call is not only motivating, it can also help us with perspective. Close calls help us focus on the process of achieving and not only the end goal. To listen to more interesting summaries, please subscribe to my channel. Part 4. Surrendering to pain. Lots of people believe that pain is an inevitable part of the process when achieving mastery. They say that pain motivates you to push past your frustration and achieve things you never thought possible. We all face tough times in our lives, so pain is an inevitable part of being alive. Once you accept your pain, you can start to understand and manage it, which will make it possible for you to move forward. The Aikido martial art is a great example of this transformational process. Aikido teaches you to use your opponent's energy against them by first absorbing their negative energy and then redirecting the energy towards them, thereby turning the tables on them. Just as Aikido teaches us how to take on the energy of an attacker and redirect it, we need to learn how to take on the aggression from setbacks and channel it into something more productive. Part 5. Amateur versus expert. If you want to accomplish great things, you need to experiment and go out of your comfort zone. This is where amateurs have an edge over experts. People who are in it for the enjoyment only and not for money or career reasons will be more inclined to experiment and come up with new ideas that are original. Playing amateur is a great way to improve our skills, especially in the creative field. For example, an artist may start off as an amateur and at some point may manage to produce what could be considered their masterpiece. Because of this playfulness, amateurs can be more creative and experimental in their approach, while experts may quickly stagnate due to the Einstellung effect. Einstellung is the development of a one-size-fits-all mindset about things, even when there are better solutions out there waiting to be implemented. But this is a faulty mindset, because using the same tactic in different situations might not work. Part 6. Embodying grit. Grit is the last and final thing you need to know about to understand how failure can lead you towards becoming a master. Simply stated, grit refers to remaining tough, even in the face of defeat. Grit ties together concepts like surrendering when faced with pain and striving for mastery. It's easy to mistake grit for persistence or self-control, although grit is different. Persistence is the unwavering determination towards an end goal, like earning a university degree to get a high-salary job. Self-control is more of an in-the-moment thing, like stopping yourself from smoking or binging on chocolate. On the contrary, when you're talking about grit, you're not just referring to how well someone performed in one event. Grit is more like someone persisting through years of apparent failure to keep striving for mastery. But there's more to grit than just making an effort. It's also about mastery. And that's why art is one of the best ways to learn grit. After all, art teaches us to constantly reassess ourselves, our work, and our ideas, even as we improve. Artists have to deal with criticisms all the time, but successful artists know how to use it to improve their work. They can become better by taking valuable parts of the criticism and discarding anything that doesn't help them. Conclusion. Failure is a necessary part of the creative process. However, in reality, there is no such thing as failure. When we encounter a seeming setback, we need to see it for what it really is, a valuable learning experience. A setback isn't something we should run away from, but rather something we should embrace and internalize. By understanding our setbacks and learning from them, we can continue our journey towards mastery. Therefore, always look for ways to get over setbacks and transform them into motivation for achieving more. Thank you for watching this episode. Please don't forget to subscribe. Your likes, comments, and shares are highly appreciated. See you soon in our next episode.